There was a video that I made a short stitched video about.
That's an adult.
And some of the comments on that video made me want to look deeper into the situation. For anyone who doesn't know, it was a woman screeching at a man at a Walmart, demanding that he leave because he called her out for cutting in front of him. So then she started screaming that he was touching her when he wasn't, and just all around playing the victim. I went and found the Twitter thread with some screenshots about the situation. The story was that she was saying that this guy violated her, but there was a couple witnesses who came forward, one of whom said that there was security footage and verified that there was no violation that took place and that she was lying about everything. One person pointed out that she was weaponizing her trauma, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly the term I was thinking. First off, this person clearly has a history of behaving this way and getting what she wants out of it. She gets what she wanted in that one video. She wanted that guy to be removed from her, and they did. She was justifying her behavior after the video went viral, and here's her defense of it. There's two parts. First off, she says that she's at a breaking point. Sweetie, we're all at a breaking point. We all just went through and are going through breaking point stuff. Right now, a bunch of people don't even know if their homes are still standing after a major hurricane. That's actually traumatizing. Second, she didn't respect that guy's natural bodily boundaries. And here, the part that kills me is that she accuses him of trying to physically dominate her. But she assumes that other people don't know what that's like. I guess she thinks that if they did, they would be screaming banshees too, huh? Well, I do. And I know a lot of other women who do too. And guess what? We don't behave that way. If there's one thing I cannot stand, it's when people assume that they've had it worse than others. That's how these people justify acting how they're acting. They assume that they are victim supreme. And the fact that people act absolute fools and use trauma as an excuse invalidates to the extreme other people's authentic trauma. And I'm sick of it. Just because someone behaves badly doesn't mean that they're a bigger victim than someone else. It just means they're a jerk. I have diagnosed PTSD. Okay, I have CPTSD. My husband has PTSD. A lot of people have PTSD and manage to not act this way. Having PTSD doesn't mean that it's okay to treat other people like garbage. I don't. I actually treat other people very well because no matter what I've been through, it doesn't give me the right to treat others horribly. That guy didn't do anything to that girl. I kept asking him to leave. Why does he need to leave? Why, if someone is triggered by other people living their lives, do those people need to cater to those who are triggered? It's like me watching a TV show and being triggered by it, and instead of not watching it, insisting that it doesn't exist and that anyone else watching it is triggering me. No, the world doesn't work that way. People, if they cannot function in society, need to learn how. Expecting other people to go above and beyond normal, decent behavior is extremely self-entitled. Especially when they treat other people like garbage and expect others to bend to their will. If someone is triggered by a situation, they need to be the ones to leave. I begged him to leave because I was mentally unwell. So he doesn't deserve groceries because she deemed him worthy of abuse. She doubles down, saying, again, that he did something illegal when he didn't. So now, what about if someone else is triggered by her screeching? When I showed this to a friend, she actually said, I can't listen to her scream. It's upsetting me. Because other people have screamed at her like that. So these triggered people can absolutely trigger others far worse with their own behavior. But those triggered people don't seem to matter. I guess because they weren't the first. Wanted to point out that while yes, this person is obviously mentally ill, I've worked with mentally ill and mentally disabled people. And they can be taught expectations. It's ridiculous to think that they can't. They're people too. Some wouldn't even be allowed help from the organization otherwise. But this person clearly didn't have someone in her life to teach her this, which, yes, comes right on back to the adults in her life when she was a child. And for those who say that she might have been authentically scared, she wasn't. Go listen to that screaming again. That wasn't fear. That was yelling. That was boldness. That was trying to control someone else. She was trying to control the situation by screaming. She clearly did not feel oppressed. Oppressed people tend not to speak up, especially in public, because they're usually afraid of their abusers, because their abusers hold power over them. That woman clearly didn't feel like this man held any power over her. She wouldn't have acted the way she did if she had. And to those of you who are trying to say that this behavior is in any way, shape, or form permissible, whether she's mentally ill or not, shame on you. Because it's not. Stay classy, my loves.